Let's talk about one of the coolest facts about hemp extracts and fatty acids and convergent evolution. I'm Lex Pelger. I do Canna education for CV Sciences and makers of Plus CBD, whose hemp extracts have a bunch of fatty acids in them. So, one of the big questions in pharmacology was, why do the cannabinoids work on humans in such a wide variety of ways? And why did it turn out that we have these endogenous cannabinoids that are very similar to the phytocannabinoids from the cannabis plant? It turns out that the answer is in convergent evolution, that these cannabinoids seem to be helpful for maintaining homeostasis. In the case of the plant, that meant a lipid signaling system that also helped to keep insects away and maybe protect from UV sunlight. And in any animal with a spinal column and a whole bunch of ones that don't even have a spinal cord, the endocannabinoid system is this lipid signaling system that is very delicate and fine-tuned at responding to stimuli and slightly adjusting the organism to keep it close to homeostasis and balance and health. So where do the fatty acids come in? Well, you have to build these cannabinoids, and they're not inexpensive molecules to build. And what do you make them out of? You make them out of fatty acids because they're lipids. And it turns out that the same fatty acids that the hemp plant uses to make CBG, which then gets turned into CBD and THC and all the rest, those fatty acids are the same ones that our bodies use to make anandamide and 2-AG and the other endocannabinoids that we use for homeostasis. So when you take CBD and it tells your body to start producing more anandamide, your neurotransmitter of bliss, as it's sometimes called, it uses these same fatty acids as the building blocks. And so if you're deficient in those fatty acids, then you won't be as efficiently making as much of that anandamide and getting as much of the beneficial effect. And so it seems like it's a very good idea to be taking full hemp extracts because not only do they have the cannabinoids in there and the terpenes, which alter how the cannabinoids work, you have a bunch of the fatty acids that your body is going to use as a building block to help build up its own endocannabinoid system. And the last thing I'll say is the other great source of fatty acids is fish oil. One of the best combinations you can do is cannabinoids from the cannabis plant along with fish oil. Those two sources of fatty acid are going to help so much for this lipid signaling system that helps to keep your body in balance and in health. So there's a great example of convergent evolution and humans working with plants for our own health.